Today we will learn about different types of sentences. That is, first, simple sentence. Simple sentence. What is simple sentence? A simple sentence is one that contains only one subject and one finite verb. Okay, one subject and one finite verb. Okay, one subject and one finite verb. If a sentence contains one subject and one finite verb, then it is called a simple sentence. Suppose one example: I came. Okay, here I is a subject and came is a finite verb. Finite verb. What is finite verb? Finite verb is the verb which depend on subject. If subject change, then finite verb will be changed. Suppose here, if I write I come to play with you. Here two verbs are present. One come, one play. But come is the finite verb. Come is the finite verb. But play is the non-finite verb or infinite verb. Because if I change the subject if I write he, then come will be comes, because he is the third person singular number. Third person singular number. That is why s is added to verb. But he comes to play with you. Yeah, but play is not changed. Okay, only come becomes comes. Okay, so come is the finite verb, but play is always same. Okay, so it is a non-finite. Here, so in simple sentence, one finite verb and one subject. Okay, it is called a simple sentence. Now we can take more example. The good boy obeys his parents. The good boys or good boys obey their parents. Obey their parents. Okay, so here obey is the finite verb and good boys is the subject. So one subject, one finite verb. This type of sentence is called simple. This type of sentence is called simple sentence. Okay, now second, complex sentence. A complex sentence. What is complex sentence? Okay, now we will learn how to find out a complex sentence or how to identify a complex sentence. In a complex sentence, there are one principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause. One principal clause one principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause. If in a sentence there are one principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause, the sentence will be called a complex sentence. Okay, suppose one example, I know when she will come. Okay, now here two clause is a group of words, okay, parts of a sentence. You can also you can also take clause as a parts of a sentence. Here suppose I am giving you the example. Here I know, it is a clause, and when she will come, it is also a clause. Here in this sentence there are two clauses. Okay, there are two clauses. If I say that I know, it is a complete sentence, I know. Okay, but when she will come, this second part depend on this. Second part depend on this. This is subordinate clause. This is subordinate clause. Okay, but it does not depend on this. So it is a principal clause. It is a principal clause. Okay, so here one principal clause and one subordinate clause. It is a complex sentence. Principal clause must be one, but subordinate clause may be one or more than one, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is complex sentence. It will be more clear if we take another example. Suppose as you are rich, you must help those who are poor. Okay, so you can see here three clauses. As you are rich, you must help those who are poor. Okay, three clause. First, as you are rich, it is a subordinate clause. As you are rich, it is a subordinate clause. Okay, next, you must help those. You must help those. This is a you must help those. This is a principal clause. Principal clause. And who are poor, this is also a subordinate clause. Okay, so here we can see that two subordinate clause, but principal clause is one. So it is also a complex sentence. Principal clause must be one. Subordinate clause may be 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but principal clause is always one. That is then it is called a complex sentence. Okay, now we will move to compound sentence. Compound sentence. clause, how to find out clause? To find out clause, we must see finite verb. Number of finite verb is equal to number of clause. Very easy. Number of finite verb equal to number of clause. Here you can see you are, it is a finite verb. Must, you must help, finite verb. Two finite verb. Who are poor, finite verb. Three finite verb, three clause. In this sentence, I know, know is a finite verb. She will, she will come, it's a finite verb. Okay, so two finite verb, two clause. Number of finite verb equal to number of clauses. Okay, now compound sentence. What is compound sentence? Compound sentence contains two or more independent clauses. Here no subordinate clause, only principal or independent clause. Principal clause is also called independent clause. Principal clause is also called independent clause. Okay, independent clause. So in compound sentence, two or more independent clause must be contained. Okay, and it is always linked with conjunctions and, or, but, etc. Okay, linked with conjunctions or joined with conjunctions. Compound clause two contains two or more than two independent clause. Okay, and it is these types of sentences must be joined with and, but, then, or, okay, still, okay, therefore, however, etc. So let's take an example of compound sentence. Suppose I am weak but I shall go, or he is weak, but he will go. Here two sentence, two principal clause or independent clause. He is weak, he will go. These two are principal clause because no, this first part will not depend on this and this part will not depend on this. So these are the two independent or principal clause, and these two sentence or principal clause are joined with but. Linker is but. So this type of sentence is called compound sentence. Okay, so let's recap once more. In simple sentence, one subject and one finite verb. In simple sentence contains one subject and one finite verb. Okay. In complex sentence, one principal clause and one or more than one subordinate clause. Okay. And in compound sentence, only principal clause, two or more than two independent or principal clause, and always joined or linked with conjunctions or linker but, and, then, or, still, etc. Okay, so this will help you to identify the three types of sentence, that is simple sentence, complex sentence and compound sentence. If you like my video, please share with your friends. Okay, thank you.